Welcome back! Today we have a special guest who is joining us for this session. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Annika. I'm co-founder of Food Sharing Clausthal, and we are talking about food sharing and food waste. Maybe some of you already heard about that we have a big food waste problem in the world. But what is actually about that and what can we do about that? Food waste is food that is lost or wasted along the whole food supply chain. On the farm, in processing and manufacturing, in shops, in restaurants and canteens, and also in our homes. Food waste is all food that is thrown away or discarded on the way from the field during processing or in trade. This can be leftovers, cooked vegetables, or byproducts of the meat processing, for example. Food waste is directly and indirectly related to all the main challenges that we discussed previously. To understand how big of a problem food waste is not about in Germany, but also in the world, we are now show you some statistics.
So worldwide, we're talking about roughly 1.3 billion tons of food waste that is created every year. And it's not only the food that we lose, it's also all the effort and all the resources that went into the production of that food. So farming the farmable land, fuel for the machinery, distribution, logistics, human labor, everything is just wasted and lost. And if we look at food waste in Germany more specifically, we're still talking about 12 million tons or roughly 75 kilograms per year. And if we would halve that food waste, we could save up to 10% of the CO2 equivalents in greenhouse gases in Germany. So quite a lot of emissions saved. And if we now break down these 12 million tons into further subcategories, then we can see that roughly 6.7 million or 52% originate from private households, another 2.2 million or 18% somewhere in the processing pipeline. Out of home consumption, like takeaway or fast food, is another 1.7 million tons or 14%. And then the primary production, so on the field or somewhere in that vicinity, you have another 1.4 million tons or 12%. That leaves us with the retail sector, so supermarkets, bakeries, and other like companies or organizations who sell food, who create another 500,000 tons or 4% of food waste. The later category is especially interesting because this is like where the most interaction with the customer happens, and also for us or for you as customers at supermarkets. So let's break that down a little bit more. So fruits and vegetables are slightly more than 300,000 tons, so quite a lot. They are just thrown away because they went bad or they don't look as nice as they should anymore and no one buys them. Another 200,000 tons come from bread and baked goods. Dairy products make up for 60,000 tons, and then there's meat-like or meat-based products who amount to another 50,000 tons. And then you have a catch-all category of roughly 48,000 tons where everything else is accounted for. So you might have now noticed that initially I said there's 500,000 tons of food waste originating from the retail sector, but at this we have 700,000 tons. So what's the difference? Like, where are these other 200,000 tons of food waste hiding, or where are they going? Essentially, where are they disappearing? And it's pretty easy. This is all food that has been donated to Tafel Deutschland, which is a charity that collects food that cannot be sold anymore from supermarkets or other organizations and gives them for little money to people in need.
So, what are the causes of food waste in Germany? Why are 12 million tons of food wasted every year? On the one hand, there are policy failures. For example, in Germany, it is not easy for supermarkets to donate food due to legal challenges. This is often associated with the best before date, or in Germany, the Mindesthaltbarkeitsdatum. In Germany, the best before date indicates the time until which a food product retains its specific properties. For example, its taste, its color, and its consistency, under suitable storage conditions. But it is not a throwaway date. So in many cases, food is still edible even longer after the date, but retail stores are not allowed to sell the products once the date has passed. At the same time, most consumers interpret the best before date as a throwaway date and do not eat food that exceeds this date. This overcautious interpretation by consumers can lead also to food waste. Additionally, various foods that have a best before date do not need one at all, such as salt or products with high amounts of sugar. On the other hand, society's expectations of what is edible food, high aesthetic demands, and the expectation of always have full shelves and eat seasonal food at all the time of a year leads to overproduction and food waste in retail, in restaurants and also at homes. This wasteful handling in food cannot just be solved by improving the production and supply chain or by having better policies, but the consumers themselves have to question their own consumption behavior.